Back again with another dangerous breakdown. Now we go take a breakdown to this character right here, this so-called Ted Ross, that they got at the head of the so-called, WHO, the World Health Organization, and I already told you about the serpents that represent them right there. The poisonous serpent right there represent them, and I told you they're gonna use this to take down the whole wide world. We go get into this character right here and break him down. Let's get into it and make it run. As you could see, the serpent, they have to feature that to show you. That's the earth right there, people. Don't be dumb. And the serpent running the earth, poisoning the masses right here. Let's
Dr.
listen.
John Hamre, President and CEO of the Center for Strategic and International Studies. Dr. Stephen Morrison, my friend, Director of the Global Health Policy Center. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me to speak today, and I'm really sorry I can't be with you in person. As you know, we stand on the threshold of a historic achievement. In the next few years, we will eradicate a disease that has afflicted humans for millennia.
So don't worry about it. This is a couple of years ago, before the pandemic. Pay attention what his agenda was before the pandemic. Just a little bit before the pandemic, maybe 5 months or so. Let's listen.
We have come so far, but we know that the last mile is the most difficult. Some countries have gaps in service delivery and virus surveillance. Insecurity and instability make a hard task even harder. The process of eradicating polio has taught us...
You hear that, people? You're gonna eradicate polio. Now, I'm gonna show you who this guy is, really. The honest truth is, he's a part of the elite. No doubt about it, he's one of them. Like I don't tell you, the serpent people running you on earth, they own us. They're the one who print money. They're the one who give you every big event that you have right now. The pandemic and everything. The fake virus. This is one of them right here. One of them serpent people, and I'm going to prove it to you. Let him finish.
Many lessons. This include how to find, vaccinate, and protect the most vulnerable communities, and how to prevent the spread of disease within countries and across borders. We now commonly give polio vaccinations at bus stations and in moving trains to make sure people on the move are protected.
Just in case you didn't know, people, I was breaking down the vaccine so-called agenda long time ago to show the masses that there's something about vaccines in these times that they want to give everybody. So they're coming up with all of these so-called vaccines for shit that you don't even see no more. Why they're doing that? So you're coming up with a vaccine for polio again? This is dumb for the masses right here. Like I say, little before the pandemic, this sodomite right here give you this. Let's finish listen.
Camps for internally displaced persons routinely vaccinate their residents. Countries coordinate vaccination campaigns so that the virus cannot escape. Some countries require all visitors to be vaccinated against polio. Eradicating one disease is hard enough. The challenge we now face is to ensure that all people can access the health services they need for all diseases and conditions without experiencing financial hardship.
Okay, so you understand what's going on right here, people. This guy is known doctor. He's known doctor. All right. Let's go a little bit in his history. Let's go.
And joining me now to discuss what is happening here is the Foreign Minister of Ethiopia, Dr. Tedros Adhanom. Thank you so much.
You hear that, people? The Foreign Minister of Ethiopia. The Foreign Minister, people. That means he's not an Ethiopian. Basically. So who is he, people? Let's listen, see if we can find something up about this Ted Ross right here. It's a 100% faker. One of those devil people they put to run the world. A lot of people sleeping, but he make decisions for you. That's what you don't understand. He's the one who come and declare the so-called COVID-19 a pandemic, a global pandemic. Right there, he's the one who did it. What you think, people? He's a part of the elite, part of the ones that want to take over the masses right now.
For joining us. First question, really. 50 years of African unity, but Some critics would say that the African Union is just a talk shop. Nothing ever gets solved here. What would you say to that?
I think the facts speak for themselves.
And the fact, you're talking about facts, and after a while, the people confuse about what is facts. They never understand. These are the people who basically set the words meaning for you, the definition. They're not talking no facts here. You understand? All they do is brainwash the masses to go into the direction that they want them. This guy right here is a part of the world government. 100% in.
The success, especially in the last 50 years, was decolonization. That was one of the goals. And the other was ending apartheid, which was done. And the other, maybe that started some years ago, 10 or 12 years ago, is the NEPAD program, the agriculture, infrastructure, and also industrialization. So I think...
Just listen this stuff that he basing his... Everything on that he's saying out his mouth. Everything he's saying out his mouth is part of the damn world agenda. Even though he was just a foreign minister right there in Ethiopia. How the fuck he get to be a head of the World Health Organization and he got nothing to do with health? What you think, people?
We have achieved a reasonable result, and of course we have our challenges. We're trying to reflect during our celebration now on the challenges, the problems, the setbacks, and we hope we will address those and register better for the future.
Now, we know there's been some discussion about the International Criminal Court, and there was some moves at the beginning of the summit by some nations to get African nations that have signed up to the Rome Statute to withdraw completely. What is your take on that? What can you tell us?
See this right here, people? All of them tied. There go John Kerry right there, whatever his name is. One of them sodomite that was running for president. But I'm saying, people, all of them here to destroy the masses. That's why you see them tied. This right here is a one of them. Nobody can tell me shit. They didn't just hire him. He's one of them, people. What you think it is? How the hell he become the head of the who? Right here. Pay attention.
What is going on? What's going to happen? What's going to be decided?
We have discussed this in our ministerial meeting. And maybe if you ask me, Ethiopia's position and the position of overwhelming number of African countries is number one, Kenya has a brand new constitution. Two, it has successfully reformed its justice system.
And this is how they take over the world. They go to a certain part of the country and take it over. The world government, the World Bank. That's them people. It's the same peoples right here. It's them. You sit there sleeping. That's one of them right there. Post up as the head of the so-called World Health Organization. Is one of them serpent people. 100%.
Number three, it has also conducted a very credible election. So Kenya is on the right path. And
See?
we believe that
What are you
Kenya
doing in
itself
Kenya?
can do the legal issue also and can try whoever should face justice on its own soil.
So do you think there should be a mass withdrawal from the ICC, from the Rome Statute?
It will be up to the individual countries to do that because they have signed individually. But I think this position will help.
I'm going to ask you a question, people. Since this guy was a foreign minister in Ethiopia, do you think the Ethiopia people like him? I'm going to ask you a question, people. Do you think he qualified to do anything good in the Ethiopian people's eyes? No, people, they know who he is. They know it's a fucking devil creature right there. He did nothing for them but destroy them, bring them deeper into poverty so they can depend on the government system that they put in place. That's a world government right there in plain sight. One of them.
Understand, because if Kenya had done, the political process successfully, which is more important than the legal, then it should be given a chance to do the legal one also. And they can learn from it, and they can make even the process more complete.
Okay, now that I have you here, we have to touch on Somalia. Ethiopia has troops in Somalia. Are you going to withdraw those troops?
Wow. He got troops, people. He got troops that he can withdraw from Somalia. Wow, people. There you go. You ever wonder where this guy come from right here? Let me tell you something, people. They do have members of the elites that actually bloodlines are the fallen angels. This is one of them, meaning that he's one of them connected That's why they post him up as a regular person. They never even tell you where he's from, people. He's not from Ethiopia. He sound like an Ethiopian to you? Move.
AIDA is
Watch this
really
right here,
important.
people. Look at this flag right here, upside down pyramid toward them to make this star right there. You see that? But pay attention right here. He's a part of the world government, the World Bank, the ones that control the masses right now.
Because in the last
Pay
20
attention.
years, AIDA has invested
Look, people,
in
it's him
many ways.
again.
We had
Here he is, people. It's him again, people. What you can't understand, they plant him right there, a part of the world government. That means a lot of the shit that you see is behind it. You thought it's a joke, people. Why you think they put him to head of the fucking World Health Organization, the one they're gonna use to take down the earth? And I try to tell everybody that yes, it is a one world operation, and they don't believe me. Bam! This guy prove it right here. He's actually a part of the elites, and they post him up right there in the middle of the pandemic to rule the people. Do you see that or not? These people, what they say goes. Do you know that? Okay, let's watch.
70 projects. And 25 projects are active now as we speak. And they cover what is agriculture productivity.
You see that? What I don't tell you, people, that's what the world government do. They control what's grow out of the fucking ground. Do you know that, people? They can put laws in place where you can't really grow certain things because they're the one who want to produce it for you. They don't want you to go in a field and pick some fruits and vegetables that naturally grow. They want you to go to the store, the supermarkets that they put in place for you to get it. So they show you these things, and they're the one who say they're growing it. What you think, people, is fake shit, GMO foods you get in the stores.
And the second is
There you go.
industrialization.
There you go.
Especially focused on SMEs.
What did I tell you,
As
people?
you know, SMEs, small and medium enterprises, create
See him? Yeah, world government.
the bulk of the job in any country. The other investment is on infrastructure, which is another very important
What did I
area.
tell you, people? They're the one who build all the roads in the world. All of them. They're the one who build the roads, put up infrastructure, give you buildings and everything, these skyscrapers. What you think, people? It's the world government at work. And guess what? Every country is involved. Every fucking country. No matter how small it is, people, is still owned by the world government. 100% in.
Roads and also
See, all these electrical grids and all of these shits, where you think it come from? You think it's a regular person put it there? No, people, it's the world government. No matter what part of the world you're in, they got hands in developing it. That's why you get a Ted Ross.
energy. So this makes the investment actually
There you go, people.
complete.
There you
But
go.
AIDA doesn't stop there. It covers also the social
You
project.
see what they did? They come into these so-called poor countries, yes, to help them out. And guess what they're teaching them? Tubbies right there, like the aliens. There you go. And then they inject them with some kind of virus. Tell them they got to break out of something else. This is how they do it.
Education, for instance, especially
Plague on the
something
weak.
that we really cherish is the investment of the World Bank or AIDA on
AIDA.
improving the quality of education in
hear that?
Ethiopia. And
So you see their own education also. They go all over the world to teach the masses what they want them to learn. It don't matter where you're at in the world. The books that you learn from was coming from them. That's where it came from, people. What you think? Who write those books to people to teach you in school? What you think?
other important sector is the health sector. AIDA support has been there for
Where you from,
many
bro?
years.
You see? Every time he go tell a lie, he start fucking with the glasses. Why? Satanic puppet right
many
here.
years.
There you go. For many years. Fake on.
And as you know, Ethiopia has achieved most of the MDGs. And if I take under 5 mortality rate reduction, we actually achieved under 5 mortality ahead of the 2015 deadline.
Wow.
And this is thanks to AIDA. Best lesson for me, our partnership with World
AIDA.
Bank is based on country ownership.
There you go. It bam. It based on country ownership. Like I don't tell you. This is how they do it. Did I show you? I break down videos and show you the World Bank, how they operate is the same world government who control money. I ask you all the time, man. America is trillions in debt. 23 trillion so-called. Who did they borrow the money from? U.S. currency is supposed to be for the U.S. people. All the other countries that owe money got a deficit. That means that amount of money take to run the country. Where does it come from? You think you can print money? I already told you people, this is how the world government run the world. Right here with your Ted Ross. He's a big part of it. Watch this. Now take a look at this right here, people. Yes, they're gonna swear him in, the so-called Ted Ross, to be the head of the World Health Organization. And I told you, look at this big old sign that they got right there, people. This will expose them. This will wake your ass up. If you ever look into things before and you see this, you're gonna understand what it is. That's the real earth with the deadly serpent right there that they're gonna use to take down the whole wide world. And they put this guy in there right before the pandemic. He come in there might be 4 years ago. There you go right there. You see that? Wow, people, the 23rd of May. And there you go, 2017. They put him in place. Get him shaped up and ready for this worldwide pandemic. Remember what I tell you, it's his mouth it came from that the pandemic is on. He's the one who tell you, and that's it. There you go. Look at him, people. He got nothing to do with health. He don't relate nothing to health. None at all. And they use him right here. What is that about? Ethiopian people hate him. They don't like him. They know already he's a fucking wicked and the masses. And if that's where he was a foreign minister and the people don't like him, how the fuck would you put him on to the rest of the world? It makes no sense, people. Just like they do with a so-called, maybe a chief of police or something in your state or your city. Yes, they move him from one state, put him to another, and then give him another rank. That's how they do it. They don't get rid of them. This one right here, they move from the foreign minister of Ethiopia, bam, all the way into running the whole wide world when it comes to health. Take a look at this shit right here, people. He got on the purple ties, not a coincidence. Take a look. Look at this shit right here, people. Wow. 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 Look at this right here, people. They know what they're doing, people. They're never gonna let you know that this guy is a part of the elite. He's not a worker. He's one of them sitting there in plain sight. And the masses would never see him. They say, oh, this guy, he's one of them. 100% in. You want to know? You want to put a face? There you go right there. World Health Assembly.
On the nomination of the Executive Board.
Watch this right here. Legal Council. Where did these guys come from to make decision to put these guys in place? Is the World Government Act right here. He does nothing to be the World Health Organization leader. He got nothing to do with health. Why is he there?
Dr. Tedros Adhanom.
Why the fuck you put on doctor on his name now? They never call him a doctor when he was a foreign so-called minister in Ethiopia. All of a sudden now, you bring him to the World Health Organization. Bam, he's a fucking doctor. Dumb the fuck on.
As Director General of the World
there you
Health
go, people.
Organization.
How? Wow. Wow. There you go, people. I know a lot of people want a face to who doing this shit to them. Bam. There it is. 100% in. You're always looking at life and say, yeah, you know what? All these people controlling us is white people or these are Jew people or whatever. Bam. This is one of them. What does he look like to you? What color he got? What kind of race is he? He's one of them running the whole wide world. There you go. Now you can get a face to the people who actually doing this wickedness to you on earth. Ted Ross right there. Move. It's him.
I think you must be tired after a long day. My speech is a bit maybe long.
But what kind of accent do you have, dude? Where you come from for real? You're not an Ethiopian. Nobody can tell me shit.
But
He's
I'll
not
try
an
to
Ethiopian.
make it as short as possible. Thank you. Thank you, Madam President.
Madam
And
President.
thank you, Excellencies Ministers.
Look
thank
at them
you, Madam
people.
Director General.
Wow.
Heads of delegation.
Wow.
And ladies and gentlemen.
Who they put together, people, to make this decision to put this guy at the head of the so-called World Health Organization? How did they come up with this guy to be that? Wow, people.
First of all, I would like to, ladies and gentlemen.
Watch him. You see him playing with the one eye? There
First
you go.
of all, I would like to thank Sania and David for a dynamic campaign. It has been a 1 year of roller coaster.
Roller coaster.
You have each made extraordinary contributions, and the world is counting on us to work together. And I would love to work with my colleagues, Sania and David. By the way, we have known each other for many years, the three of us, but it was necessary to go through this campaign, and I think it was a very good campaign. But the bottom line is, I think the world needs all three of us.
Take a look at this right here,
and
people.
you all said, you said,
look at them.
I think many said, all three candidates, you're excellent.
So it was 3 candidates and he beat them out to become the World Health Organization director, basically. Wow, people, what a dumb shit. And I'm going to ask you again, who is this guy really? Where does he come from? How do you get him to be this right here? That can just come out and say pandemic, and that's a pandemic right away as soon as it come out his mouth.
And some of you even said, why not we have all of you, in one? But we need only one director general. That's what you say. So we will work together. I will not repeat my priorities because I have said it already in the morning.
See him again?
But I just want to have some comments on the process of the election. The transparency and inclusiveness of the process and the unprecedented engagement by stakeholders from every sector and region has been very, very remarkable.
Touch your glass again. I told you it's a Freemason puppet right here.
Remarkable.
Take a look. He's one of them people.
And I need to commend those who have designed this process. Although after 1 year of campaign, you can imagine how tiring the process is. But I think it's worth it. I have listened carefully to member states during the campaign. A key message is that you do not want a la carte menu of technical assistance. You're responsible for the health of your citizens. And you want a holistic offering from WHO, which helps you to improve the health of your citizens.
You hear that, people? So there you go, people. Basically, the World Health Organization, and they have all these people right here that control health in different countries. And he is the head of it. So he laid down the laws and rules. Yes, with this fucking pandemic. How you think it get to happen? The World Health Organization is the world government. Put that shit in place. Give the masses a dumb pandemic to inject everybody with the poison shot. That's all it is, people. Don't be dumb. The so-called Dr. Ted Ross is a part of the elites. Not that he working for them. He's one of them. He's working for the devil to take down the world. That's why you see the sign with the damn serpent on it. That's what they're here for, to destroy mankind. I'm gone.